Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Kyrielle and today we are continuing my gemstone series. As you can see, I have the look on right here, and before we even get started, I've got to say I'm obsessed. This is my first ever attempt of this kind of hairstyle and I'm kind of vibing, I'm not gonna lie. Today's gemstone is Aquamarine for the month of March. I'm a little bit late to getting this one up and I'm sorry. Olivia and Rosie, I've let you down. But I am still doing it. I still want to do everyone, even if I am late to the game. But anyway, so Aquamarine is pretty much a bluey green. It can vary in tones though, so we have more of like a royally kind of color to this almost like seafoam bluey green, and then there's some variants. So I kind of went all in with this with the blue and the green, but also because it was aquamarine, I kind of wanted to add a water element to it, so that is why I came up with this. We kind of have like a wave cut crease thing going on. That's why I did the slick back hair as well, because I kind of wanted to do like a wet look. My body is all shiny. And I just play around with makeup that I have. I tried these new loose flakes by Kyriellelara Cosmetics, which I got for Christmas last year. That is what is on my lid, if you are wondering what is blinding you. But anyway, I need to stop blabbing. If you're new to my channel and you like creative makeup, reviews, everything like that, then don't forget to subscribe. All you need to do is hit the red button down below and the little bell button, and that'll just notify you every time I upload. And if you're just now popping into this video in the series, I have a playlist already started. I'll link it in the eye up here so you can see the other looks I've created for the other gemstones. But yeah, I'm gonna stop blabbing your ear off. Grab a beverage, get comfy, and let's just play around with some makeup. Okay, so let's do the eyes first because that's pretty much the focus. I kind of drew out this look. I had an idea in my head of what I wanted to do. This is kind of the thing we're doing today. Basically, it's kind of like a wave ombre with some sparkle and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna prime using my Sigma eye base real quick. It is Good Friday. Honestly, outside it is a stunning day. I really want to go out and go for a walk, but I'm probably going to be spending the majority of my time here doing this, I'm not gonna lie. But it's fine, I'm just hoping this turns out well. For this I'm going to be using the Carnival 3 palette by Bperfect Cosmetics and Stacey Marie, just because I think it's got the nice bluey greens that we can use for this, and I may also jump to my pastels if I need to. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is the Deep, and we're sort of doing like a cut crease, so I'm just going to go just above. We're basically gonna kind of like map out our shape with this. I want to utilize all of the space that I have here. I really do not have that much lid space. Not really worrying about getting it on the mobile lid because I will be cutting the crease later. And we're gonna be putting like shimmery stuff all over the lid, which I'm excited for. Just gonna take a clean brush to try and blend this a little bit first of all. Now I'm going into the shade Lagoon, and I'm just going to go over top of the edges, which is pretty much what this colour fades to when it blends. I think that's why these palettes work so well. They take into consideration what things actually blend out to, and it just works so well, you know. Now I'm going into the shade Reef, which is such a stunning colour. When I think of aquamarine, I kind of think of the shade. It's so pretty. And I'm going to blend over the edges. That was just so effortless, it's insane. Barely did any blending and it's already got such a good gradient. Just gonna go back in with those colours and just re-intensify a little bit. I'm just gonna pop into my pastels palette and take the shade Serenity, and I'm just gonna lightly dust over the edges. Oh wow. That was a lot of fallout. My bad. Remember to tap off the excess next time. And I'm just gonna blend the edges a little bit. I'm also just tapping into a little bit of Daze just to help that in between a little bit. Alright, now that it's on there, I think it's time to cut the crease really. That barely took me any time at all. I'm gonna take a little bit of my micellar water with a Q-tip and just cut my crease real quick. Okay, so I got rid of a lot of that deeper blue, but it's fine. But let's get on to the next step, which is the scary bit. I'm gonna be doing graphic liner. I'm gonna be kind of doing like 3 little swoops. maybe we shall see how far we get. I'm just going to use my Shein Cosmetics Epic Liner in the shade Buttermilk, and I think the trick is with this is to just go with it. I can clean up later because I haven't actually done my lid yet, so let's try this out and see how it works. Okay, that's way too thick. Okay, the good thing about this is because it's white, I can just clean it up with the deeper colours. It's fine. Okay, so this is what I've got so far. It's very messy. Does not look great, but you know what? We're gonna deal with it. It's fine. I'm gonna go in, touch up these lines, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've done a little bit of cleanup. Now I want to add in some detail, but I'm gonna try it out first by myself and then I'll come back and show you guys what I did. I don't know if what I did worked or anything. So first of all, what I did is I kind of like put little lines in the wave so it looks more 3D, and then I just used little dots to kind of create like a froth effect, you know, like you get with a wave. I don't know, let's just do it. This is just a little bit of fun, you know? Kind of keeping the dots a little bit more concentrated towards the baseline and then fading them out. I don't know why this white eyeliner is kind of turning a little bit pink. It's probably because it's mixing in with the blue. You know what? It's fine. We'll just ignore it. What do we think? I think it looks okay. You can kind of get the idea that it's supposed to look like a wave, you know. I'm gonna do the same with this outer one, and then we can finish up the lid and everything. I decided to add like a little baby wave in with this, so just did like a squiggly line and added some froth over it, and I think it looks kind of cool. I think you get the kind of wave vibe, you know. It's really annoying me that this white eyeliner is turning pink, but I think it looks kind of cool. I'm gonna now go over my lid with my Sigma base again and just kind of clean up the edges below, and then we'll do on top of the lid. Alright, I don't know if I like what I just did, but I just took a little bit of the shade Sand from the palette on a big fluffy brush just to set the eye base. Now I'm just thinking it's a bit too peachy. I thought it was going to be more like a skin tone. To try and dull it down a bit, I'm going to use a bit of this Collection pressed face powder and just go over the top a little. It's kind of dulled it down a little bit, but now I really want to use these flakes by Kyriellelara Cosmetics. I've had them for a while, I haven't used them yet. I'm not even quite sure how to use them, but I want to put these like all over the lid to give like a wet look. Like, oh my god, look at these, they look insane. I'm gonna first apply a little bit of my NYX glitter glue on my lid. Just gonna go all over the center and then fade it out. And then I've just picked up some of the flakes on the same brush and I'm just going to, oh my god. Whoa, I'm just tapping these out all over the eye. Wow, that is something. Does that not look so cool? I will say they are pulling a little bit more purple than what I would have liked, but I still think it looks super cool. Just gonna add a little bit more glitter glue and I'm just gonna take this all over the lid because why not? I need to buy more of these flakes. Okay, so that's pretty much what it is for the lid. The only other thing to do on the top lid is lashes. For my waterline, I'm going in with the Maybelline Kohl Pencil in the shade 520, and it's just this bright teal. I thought I might as well do this with you now, but it's just gonna tie all the colours above to the lower lash line, and I will add some shadow and everything. What I'm gonna do now is attempt to do this on the other eye, and then we'll come back and do the skin together. See you guys in a sec. Okay, so I've done the other eye and I just added some top mascara. I haven't decided on lashes yet, but I think I do want to add some, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's do the face. I want to do something really glowy, obviously, and like wet looking almost to go with the kind of ocean theme, you know, but I do want a smoother complexion. So just to fill in my pores, I'm going to use the Origins Pore Perfecting Primer. I love this stuff so much. I'm gonna press it into my porey areas, which is pretty much my whole face at this point. For foundation, I'm going to use the Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation. I haven't used this in a little bit, but from what I remember, it was super glowy, so I'm going to use this. And I'm also going to mix in the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlottetilbury, so you can get that like overall glow, you know. This is in the shade F.2 by the way. I'm just gonna kind of like mix this together like on my face. Oh, and this Charlottetilbury is in the shade 1 Fair. I have a feeling this would have blended out a lot easier with a sponge, so I may have to go in with one in a second. I thought it would be quicker this way, but it does not feel it. But I am kind of getting that like wet look that I want, which is great. Just gonna go over with my sponge real quick to try and even out the texture. I'm just going to go in with a little bit more coverage where I need it. For concealer, I'm going to go in with Conceal and Hydrate in F.7. I'm hoping this is going to be light enough. We shall see. Maybe a touch dark, but we will blend it out and see if it could be salvaged. You know what? Doesn't look too bad. It's a little bit more yellow, but it's fine. It's going to be bronzing up my face anyway, so I'm going to be using a liquid bronzer. This is by L'Oreal. It's the collaboration with Camila Cabello, the Havana collaboration or whatever it was. I'm just going to pump out a little bit on the back of my hand, and I like to sheer it out a little bit just by rubbing out a bit of the product with my finger and then working off the excess. This does have a slight shimmer to it, so it's going to give us that luminescence that we want. But let's warm up the complexion a little bit. This isn't too intense, so it works like nice as like a base color, you know. And because it's a liquid, it just blends in seamlessly, so it helps me with my blend. See, look how intense it looks on the back of my hand compared to like it on my face sheared out. It's just so beautiful, so natural. I really like it. I'm really bronzing up my forehead. I want to look like I've been out in the sun, you know. Not that I know what it's like to actually tan at all or be kind of sun-kissed in any shape or form. A girl can dream, but she just burns. I'm kind of bronzing. Just basically a dimension really. For my blush, I'm actually going to use this by xxrevolution. It's the Indulgence Cream Blush Palette. They don't have shade names, but I'm going to use this one down here. It's like a shimmery peach. Such a pretty color. Pretty much putting that like on my cheekbone. That's kind of where I place my blush these days anyway. Just very high to pull my cheek up, you know. At least pretend I have high cheekbones. Just gonna use the excess of this to tie in my bronzer as well. I love doing this with my blush, going around where I've applied my bronzer and just blended it all together. Because I want this whole wet look thing going on, I'm gonna use a cream highlight first. I'm gonna use this by Revolution. It's their glow stick and it's just in the shade Champagne. It's pretty much like a translucent kind of product. I'm gonna try applying this with the same brush and see if this works. Just dab a little bit on the high points, you know. Did that make any difference? Maybe a little bit. Just gonna apply a little bit to my face. This is almost like a tacky product though, so I don't like to use too much. That's why I prefer to apply it with a brush, you know. I'm sorry if you can hear all the outside noises. My window is open because it's very hot. It's a stunning day outside. So to set my face, because I don't want to set it because I do have oily skin. If I don't, I'm gonna look like a mess by the end of this video. To make sure I still look glowy, I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill Luminous powder in Do Me. Hopefully we can still keep all of this shine going on. So I'm just gonna press this into the skin. It's obviously gonna mattify it like a little bit, but I'm just not gonna look flat matte, you know. A cheaper alternative to this is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder. It does do a similar thing. And I haven't done this before, but I'm gonna try setting my under eyes with this as well, so we can hopefully keep the luminosity of the concealer. All right. I am loving the way my skin is looking. To re-intensify the bronzer a little bit more, I'm going in with the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer. This is in the shade 115 Sunkissed Beam. And I'm just going to kind of deepen the perimeter a little bit, you know. We are going for very sun-kissed with this. Just re-intensifying the bronzer, but keeping it further back again, closer to the hairline. You know what, I wasn't planning to, but I kind of want to use this blush. This is the L'Oreal blush in the shade Nectarine. I just want to have a little bit more of an intense blush, so I'm gonna do it. This is quite an intense shade, so I did dust off like the majority of the excess, and it still packs a punch. And for my highlight, I'm gonna use the Fentybeauty How Many Carats Diamond Bomb, because this gives a real wet look, so I think it's just gonna finish this off really well. I want to add some setting spray. I'm gonna use the Glamglow Glow Setter for this. Just keep the glow going, you know. Smells so good. For lips, I think a red would go really well at this, like an orangey based red, but I think I am just going to pop on a nude for now. Or do I go for a bright peach? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go with the bright peach. I cannot remember the last time I wore this color. This is by Melt Cosmetics. I'm just gonna line my lips with a nude. This is the shade Toast by Primark, which is more of a brown, but it's gonna help like neutralize it a little bit. This is like super old. We'll see if this works on my lips. Oh, damn. Yeah, I remember this formula. It's like super matte. This is in the shade Summer, by the way. I'm obsessed. I'll list all the products that I've used down below as well if you're curious. I tried to put everything that I've used down below for you guys. But yeah, I think the contrast with the blue looks really cool with the peach. What do you think? Obviously though, we have to gloss it up because this is an overall wet look. I'm going to go in with Dose of Colours. This is a new gloss I picked up in the shade Happy Hour. I've been using this quite a bit recently when I've been wearing gloss. It is gorgeous. It has like a gold reflect to it. It smells divine. Okay, I love this lip. I need to pull out that Melt Cosmetics more often. That's pretty much the base all finished up. I love how glowy my skin looks. Let's finish up the lower lash line, which honestly I'm just gonna do one color, so I'm not gonna zoom you guys in. I'm just gonna go in the waterline with the same eye pencil and bring it slightly down onto my actual skin, and then I'm gonna blend over the shade Dazed from the Pastels palette, and then I'm gonna pop off, do my brows, pop on some lashes, and that's gonna be the look complete. So once I've done all that, I'm obviously gonna have to do a montage, so I'll see you guys in a second. My own horn. This is the first ever time I've done hair like this. I've always been really intimidated to do the slick back, but I actually really like the way this looks. I had to leave a piece of hair down though, just for a little bit of my comfort blanket, you know what I mean? This turned out so much better than what I thought it would. And I love this whole look. Like, this is probably, dare I say, my favorite one so far. The eyes are so gorgeous. I love those glitter flakes. They just make my eyes look wet. And that is what I wanted. Literally what I envisioned came to life, and I am so happy with this. Like, does this not look like what I drew? I feel like it kind of does. The only thing I haven't done is added an inner corner highlight because I forgot, but honestly I kind of want the lids to just shine, so I don't really mind. The lashes I popped on are by Pound Lashes and they're in the style Fleur. They're kind of perfect for hooded lids, honestly. I just wanted something subdued, you know, I didn't want it to take over the eye look with the lashes, so I put on some short little fluffy ones. This whole vibe is giving me like summer, like I want to be on holiday now. In the sunshine, the Sex on the Beach cocktail, like, you know, I'm giving myself that kind of vibes. I want to go in the pool. Maybe someday in the near future, but I love this so much. I did some stuff to my body as well to make it shiny. I kind of did a little concoction. I used the Huda Beauty Nymph. This is in the shade Luna. It's a little bit dark for me, but I just really buffed it into the skin. Then I went over top of it with the Soul Beauty Shimmering Body Powder in the shade Platinum, and I just kind of put this everywhere as well. And then I topped it off with the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Spray. This is just in the original shade, and oh my god, I smell amazing now because of this. This smells so good. But yeah, this is my kind of take on the Aquamarine gemstone, a little bit of a twist in it, you know. I'm gonna go take some pictures for Instagram because I'm obsessed. I'm gonna stop blabbing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this up, please leave a thumbs up so I know. This series is just a little bit of fun for me to just play with the makeup I have, and I definitely had fun today. If you're new to my channel, you like creative makeup, reviews, and just a general fun time, then please remember to subscribe. All you need to do is hit the red button down below and the bell button, and that'll just notify you when I upload next, which is every Monday and Thursday. I hope you guys have a good week, and I hope I see you on the next one. Till then, bye guys.